ことを IT で変えていく GMO グローバルサインホールディングス
Hello, I am Aoyama, President and CEO of GMO GlobalSign Holdings. Thank you very much for joining us today. Without further ado, I would like to present the financial results for the second quarter of 2024. Here is today's agenda. First, I will discuss our financial performance. Then, I will provide an overview of the status of each business segment. Now, I would like to present an overview of the financial results for the second quarter. First, let us look at the summary for the second quarter of 2024. Sales from our key business, GMO Sign, increased by 38% compared to the same period last year. Furthermore, sales from GMO Trust Login also rose by 45% year-on-year, and we are continuing to expand this business steadily. Regarding our consolidated results, consolidated sales grew by 12.3% compared to the same period last year, and consolidated operating profit increased by 21.7% year-on-year. As a result, we have achieved outcomes that surpass our targets for both sales and profit in the first half of the year. In addition, in the digital certificate and eSignature segment, sales showed a very promising increase of 15.6% year-on-year, demonstrating strong progress. In the second quarter, our consolidated results recorded sales of 9,566 million yen and operating profit of 744 million yen. The growth of our key businesses, including Cloud Crew by GMO, GMO Sign, and GMO Trust Login, has led to an increase in both sales and profit compared to the same period last year, demonstrating steady progress. Regarding our performance against the full-year forecast, the progress rate for sales is 49.7%, while operating profit stands at 51.3%, both indicating robust progress relative to our targets. Next, I would like to explain the quarterly trend in sales. In the second quarter, sales amounted to 4,945 million yen, representing a 13% increase year-on-year and a 2.7% increase compared to the previous quarter. In the digital certificate and eSignature segment, sales of SSL server certificates continued to grow steadily in Europe and the United States. Furthermore, growth in emerging markets such as India contributed to this increase in sales. Thanks to the sustained growth of GMO Sign and GMO Trust Login, we achieved a 16% increase in sales compared to the same period last year. In the cloud infrastructure segment, the robust sales of Cloud Crew resulted in a 7.3% year-on-year increase in sales. Lastly, in the digital transformation segment, the growth of our application business led to a 9.4% increase in sales compared to the same period last year. Next, let us look at the quarterly trend in operating profit. In the second quarter, operating profit experienced an increase of 41.1% year-on-year, reaching 321 million yen. In the digital certificate and eSignature segment, despite an increase in depreciation expenses, we recorded a 41.1% rise in profit year-on-year due to sales growth. In the cloud infrastructure segment, the rise in costs of goods sold, influenced by increases in software licensing fees, led to a decline in profit. Meanwhile, in the digital transformation segment, the combination of sales growth in our application business and cost reductions achieved through optimizing promotional expenses led to a reduction in operating loss compared to the same period last year. Next, I will now explain the analysis of the changes in operating profit. Operating profit experienced an increase of 132 million yen year-on-year, reaching 744 million yen. While sales grew by approximately 1 billion yen, we also experienced an increase in costs due to the following factors. Firstly, in GlobalSign's electronic authentication services, depreciation expenses rose due to system development to facilitate future growth. Additionally, in the cloud infrastructure segment's hosting services, there was an increase in software usage fees, which led to an increase in the cost of goods sold. Taking these factors into account, the overall increase in sales has resulted in an increase of 132 million yen in operating profit compared to the same period last year. Next, let us look at the quarterly trend in selling, general, and administrative expenses. We have observed a slight increase in operating expenses compared to the previous period while remaining relatively stable. Conversely, depreciation expenses have increased due to the development of GlobalSign's certificate authority system. We view this increase in depreciation expenses as an integral part of our investment strategy designed for future growth. Finally, I will now report on the consolidated net sales and total number of employees by region. Sales have demonstrated steady growth both in domestic and international markets. Notably, in comparison to the same period last year, the recovery of SSL sales in Europe and the United States has led to an increase of 1.2 percentage points in the international sales ratio. Conversely, compared to the previous quarter, the international sales ratio decreased by 0.3 percentage points due to the growth of domestic key businesses such as GMO Sign and Cloud Crew by GMO. Next, let us discuss the international ratio of employee numbers. There has been an increase predominantly in India and Dubai. However, due to a decrease in Europe, this has resulted in a year-on-year decline of 0.2 percentage points. Nonetheless, the continued hiring in India has led to an increase of 0.1 percentage points compared to the previous quarter. That concludes the trend of sales and employee numbers by region. From this stage onward, I will provide an overview by business segment. First, let us discuss the digital certificate and eSignature segment. This is an overview of the services offered in this segment. We utilize the technology and expertise of our in-house certification authority to expand our services. GlobalSign holds the leading domestic market share in SSL server certificates. GMO Sign occupies the top position in the domestic market in terms of the number of contracting companies and the number of transmissions. GMO Trust Login is ranked first in Japan for the number of implementing companies and the number of integrated applications. I would like to explain the trend in sales by product category in the digital certificate and eSignature segment. In the second quarter, sales of SSL certificates increased by 9.5% year-on-year, driven by growth in markets including Europe, the United States, and emerging markets like India. Next, let us discuss sales of electronic signatures and other products. GMO Sign has experienced strong growth in the acquisition of new paying customers, largely attributed to the effectiveness of our online advertising initiatives, which resulted in a 38% increase in sales compared to the same period last year. Additionally, GMO Trust Login has successfully strengthened its agency strategy, leading to a 44% year-on-year increase in sales. I will now outline the status of our initiatives aimed at the growth of GlobalSign. In the electronic authentication business, we are working to achieve steady growth in SSL server certificates by strengthening our global expansion efforts. In line with this initiative, we commenced the sale of electronic certificates in the Mexican market in July. After starting our operations in Brazil in 2021, we view Mexico as a significant market subsequent to Brazil, and we intend to continue our efforts to steadily increase our market share. Additionally, sales in India are also expanding, and we are experiencing consistent growth. Although not yet consolidated, we are seeing robust sales growth in Dubai, and our expansion in the Global South is progressing well alongside market growth. We believe that geographic expansion into these growth markets is vital for the ongoing growth of our business. We will continue to actively promote our global operations and strive for sustainable business growth. I will now discuss our initiatives aimed at long-term growth. First, I would like to introduce our collaboration with Wolf SSL, which commenced in June. Wolf SSL provides a service that facilitates encrypted communication using electronic certificates. Given that drones and IoT devices require compact and lightweight designs, our partnership will enable the efficient implementation of necessary security features within the limited resources of IoT devices. This way, we aim to capture business opportunities by providing electronic certificates for the IoT sector. Next, from June 5th to 7th, we participated in one of the largest international drone exhibitions in Japan, Japan Drone Expo 2024. Throughout the duration of the event, approximately 4,000 visitors attended the GMO Group's booth. Visitors had the opportunity to engage with GlobalSign's authentication technology and understand how it enhances security, enabling the safe operation of drones and flying cars. Please take a look at the following footage showcasing this event.
東
期は GMO グローバルサインにより通信の暗号化とアクセス認証が行われています。 GMO サイバーセキュリティバイエライの脆弱性診断によって基地の脆弱性に対応していることも確認されています。当機は GMO グローバルサインの電子認証技術により強固な認証と通信内容の暗号化を行っており、なりすましアクセスや通信の盗聴を防いでいます。まもなく両が GMO インターネットタワーに到着いたします。3分間の空の旅、お疲れ様でした。着陸しましたらお気をつけてご降車ください。当機による空の旅を体験いただき誠にありがとうございました。
I will now address the status of GMO Sign. First, let us look at the trends in key performance indicators, KPIs. Regarding the number of contracts, we have experienced a year-on-year increase of 50.3%, reaching a total of 205,000 companies. GMO Sign continues to hold the number one position in the domestic electronic contract service market. The number of paid contracts has also shown consistent growth, driven by the ongoing effectiveness of our web advertising initiatives and monetization strategies, resulting in a year-on-year increase of 42.1%. Furthermore, the number of contract transmissions has demonstrated substantial growth, with a year-on-year increase of 55.9%, reaching 3.65 million transmissions. These KPI trends suggest that GMO Sign has established a strong foothold in the market and has substantial growth potential. I will now discuss the trend in annual recurring revenue, ARR, for GMO Sign. As previously mentioned, the positive developments in our KPIs have resulted in an ARR increase of 35.9% year-on-year, which indicates steady growth. In particular, the continued efforts in our monetization campaigns and web advertising initiatives have significantly raised brand awareness, resulting in new paid contracts that surpass our targets. This has served as a key driver of our revenue growth. Presented here is a list of companies that have adopted GMO Sign. This list comprises only those companies that have signed paid contracts and granted us permission to be listed. Recently, numerous large enterprises have continued to adopt GMO Sign. Additionally, companies such as Mizuho Bank and major food manufacturers are implementing the service within their group companies, which demonstrates positive progress in the adoption of the service among large enterprises. Looking ahead, we will continue to provide services that satisfy a diverse range of companies and strive for further market expansion. I will now present the initiatives for local government digital transformation, DX, aimed at promoting the growth of GMO Sign. The first initiative is focused on fostering collaboration within the digital government sector. The GMO Sign Electronic Official Seal is an online service that digitizes disposal notifications, including road passage permits and subsidy decision notices issued by local governments. We are the sole provider of this type of service in the industry. In this context, we have started collaborations with major companies such as NEC, Uchida Yoko, and Fuji Electric, all of which have already implemented document management systems in numerous local governments across the country. By integrating the GMO Sign Electronic Official Seal into these document management systems, we aim to support operational efficiency and paperless initiatives in local governments nationwide. A significant feature of digitizing disposal notifications is that these notifications are issued routinely compared to contracts. As a result, the issuance volume can be several times or even tens of times that of contracts, leading to substantial operational improvement effects arising from digitization. Moreover, this will also contribute to the volume of contract transmissions, which forms the basis of our usage-based revenue. Currently, the Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communications has established the target deadline for promoting DX in local governments as the fiscal year 2025. We will firmly recognize this momentum and further advance the implementation of our services. The second initiative is centered on enhancing security measures. In June, GMO Sign obtained the SOC2 Type 2 audit report, certifying that our services comply with international security standards. Furthermore, in July, we also achieved ISMAP, a security certification instituted by the Japanese government. As a result, we are now the only company in the industry to have obtained all security certifications recognized by local governments, affording us a competitive advantage in advancing DX initiatives among municipalities. Through these initiatives, we can provide a highly reliable security framework to a greater number of local governments and businesses, thereby facilitating the adoption of our services. Moving forward, we will continue to enforce robust security measures and endeavor to deliver reliable services. I will now discuss the current status of GMO Sign's adoption among local governments. Currently, we have effectively implemented our services in 122 local governments. Additionally, the GMO Sign electronic official seal has been adopted by 9 municipalities to date. We have established a competitive advantage over other companies in the electronic delivery sector through our superior product and enhanced security features. Additionally, we are strengthening our sales capabilities through collaboration. These efforts will further increase awareness of our services among local governments and enhance our adoption rate. Through these initiatives, we aim to tackle the challenges confronted by many local governments and support the promotion of digitalization. This concludes my discussion on the progress of our initiatives related to local government DX. We will continue to provide trusted solutions to many local governments and aim to become the leading provider in terms of implementation numbers, driving our business growth. I will now discuss the status of GMO Trust Login within the digital certificate and eSignature segment. As a result of the strengthening of our agency initiatives implemented since last year, the number of paid contracts, which is a key KPI, has experienced a year-on-year increase of 28.7%, while the number of paid IDs has shown a year-on-year increase of 36.2%. Consequently, we are witnessing a steady expansion of our services, resulting in a year-on-year increase in sales of 45%, which indicates strong growth. Looking ahead, we aim to drive further revenue growth through enhanced collaboration, the introduction of new services, and the strengthening of customer success initiatives. Presented here is a selection of companies that have adopted GMO Trust Login. We have observed a broad implementation, particularly among major corporations. We will continue to strengthen various initiatives to drive the growth of our business. Next, I will outline the current status of the cloud infrastructure segment. I would like to provide an overview of the quarterly sales trends by product. In the second quarter, sales across the entire business experienced a year-on-year increase of 7.3%. Notably, Cloud Crew exhibited robust growth, achieving sales of 542 million yen, which represents a 40.4% year-on-year increase. Cumulative sales for this period totaled 973 million yen, indicating a 36% increase compared to the same period last year, reflecting steady progress that surpasses our targets. We are currently enhancing our organizational structure with the objective of achieving AWS's highest level certification and plan to further expand our business. In the cloud infrastructure segment, we will maintain our focus on sales growth through Cloud Crew while also optimizing costs for our existing services. We remain dedicated to pursuing business growth and implementing a variety of initiatives. Finally, I will now present an overview of the digital transformation segment. The number of stores implementing the GMO Shop app, combined with Shop Pocket, has increased by 30% compared to the same period last year, reaching a total of 28,539 stores. Additionally, the growth of both GMO Shop app and Shop Pocket continues to drive our sales performance. Recently, the mobile gift voucher platform, a collaborative service with GMO Payment Gateway, has experienced increased adoption, attributable to the ongoing digitalization efforts of local governments. We will maintain our focus on collaborative services that leverage the synergies within our group, with the aim of creating new services and driving sales growth. Moving forward, we will actively pursue a variety of initiatives to further enhance our business growth. Next, I will discuss Hakaru AI by GMO, our investment project in the AI field within the digital transformation segment. This service utilizes AI technology to read meters with a high level of precision, digitizing and transforming traditional manual meter inspection tasks, which are commonly encountered in manufacturing and various other industries, into a paperless format. The pricing model incorporates a fixed monthly system usage fee, along with a usage-based charge that varies depending on the number of registered meters, enabling companies to embark on digital transformation, DX, for their analog inspection tasks without the need for a substantial initial investment. This approach contributes to reducing operational burdens, minimizing errors, and enhancing overall efficiency. We believe that this service has the potential to provide substantial value, particularly for numerous companies in the manufacturing sector. Since its launch in 2019, Hakaru AI has been adopted by a variety of prominent manufacturing and building management companies in Japan. In March of this year, we successfully introduced a new AI model that significantly enhances reading accuracy, thereby refreshing its functionality in order to encourage even more customers to utilize the service. With this new AI model, we are now capable of achieving unprecedented levels of precision in meter readings, and we anticipate that it will be utilized across a broader spectrum of industries and applications. Furthermore, in the AI sector that the GMO Internet Group is dedicated to advancing, we will also offer our AI image analysis technology. For instance, by integrating Hakaru AI sensors into autonomous operational robots and drones, we aim to contribute to industrial applications through data collection, analysis, and the automation of hazardous tasks. While specific initiatives are currently in the planning stages, we will continue to explore and develop viable avenues for entry in the AI sector and create new services that deliver added value. In doing so, we aim to achieve sustainable business expansion and enhance corporate value. This concludes my overview of our future initiatives in the AI sector. We will remain committed to promoting technological innovation and developing new markets to foster business growth.
ことを IT で変えていく GMO グローバルサインホールディングス
That concludes my presentation. We change experience with IT. We sincerely appreciate your continued support for GMO GlobalSign Holdings. Thank you for your attention.